Now this is what I'm going to show you how to make. I'll give you two options with and without a border, and you can make the tea bag fold, but you've also got the peacock toppers where you can finish them off. They look great both sides. There's lots of different ways. Watch the video and you can see how to make that. And you've also got this one here where I did it but with left the white border on the around. It's up to you, personal preference of what you want to do. Anyway, this is what I'm going to show you how to make. Don't forget to look at all the other demonstrations of what you can do with this great peacock and the peacock toppers and backgrounds you're going to get. Now this is demonstration number 1, and this is the basic T-fold technique that we're going to use in all the demonstrations. There are other techniques and you can choose whichever you want, but we're just going to use the basic one. Now from the feather collection, the background papers there, this is the main design. This is the A4 size, but we're going to do it on the medium large size where you get 2 to a page. Now to make one of the tea bags that we're doing, you need to print out 4 sheets, so you're going to get 8 of the squares. Now you can cut them all out individually if you want to, but I like to stick them down. Now all you've got to do is take your paper and make sure it's really lying on top of each other like that. And then I take a little bit of glue, use whichever glue you want, or glue tape, and then holding it down firmly, just flick it up, a little bit of glue, just at the edge there, then flick the next one down with a bit more glue, just on the bit that's going to be the waste paper, and then finally the last one like that. Once you press that down and they're all stuck together, if you want to wait a few minutes for it to be really secure, you can do, but I'm quite happy to carry on. So you just turn it round and you just peel it back, and again you're just going to use a little bit of glue on the edges there, make sure you're not getting it across the other bits. Next one, and a little bit of glue, and finally the last one there. And you've got all 4 sheets of paper stuck together on top of each other. Now just let that dry a few minutes. Now you've got 2 options here. You can either cut each square out leaving a border all the way around, like that one. As you can see, you've got a nice white border, or you go up to the edge and you cut it out with no white border. You get different effects when you assemble the tea bags, but I'm just going to show you. So if you want to cut it out that way, you can do that. You can see, and that's all 4 of them there, so you're cutting 4 at the same time. This is a 75-80 gram paper. When you're doing the folding and that, you don't want thick paper because it's going to be hard to fold, and the more you fold the harder it gets. And also you get the white border down the edge. But I say, if you want to just trim around and cut it right up to the edge, I can take that one off. You can cut those out. So you've got either a border around or no border around. So I'm going to show you this fold twice, one with a border and one without border. So basically you hold it with a design on top and you fold it from edge to edge there. Line it up, I crease it in the middle and crease down. Then I turn it over and I go the opposite way. but it should be that way, like that. There you go, got it right now. So you've got the two folds that way and that way. And then what you do is you turn it over, and then you've got the printed side on the top, and then you put that in position, you hold it down and you crease it. Then you do the same with this side. You can see how that's opened up. So you get a triangle, press that down, then open it up, and then you've got to decide which way you want to fold it. You just have to make a decision and then do it all the same way. So I'm going to do it, I think you can press it down like that, nice and secure. And then you can see when I fold that over, I'm going to get a bit of the peacock eye. So then you've got the crease down the middle there, and you crease that down. You're like creating a kite shape. And then on this one, I'm just going to fold it over like that. And then you've got the basic folded tea bag design ready to make into whatever you want. And as you can see, this one has got the white border. Now I'll do the same with the second one without the white border. And again, I'm starting with the design going the right way, and I'm folding it over. So you've got the non-printed side visible. Let's just get that lined up proper. And then you open it up, and then you fold it over again the opposite way. So you're creating 4 squares basically. Now what you want to do is open it up and this, turn it over, and you're going to be folding it to form a triangle so that the design is on the top. And just crease that. If you want to use a bone tooler, you can do that too. And again, you just press that and then you crease it, and then decide which you want to do. I'm matching this up with this one here that I've already done here. I've got the eye there, so that needs to fold in like a pyramid. That's underneath there, and then this can fold up to the straight line that's going down the middle where the fold is. So you've got that design there, and then you fold this over so you get that kite shape. And again, that is your basic fold for whether you're using the white border or with no border at all. Now as you can see, I've cut out 8 of the squares and I folded them. You need 8 to do the specific, difficult to say when you've got no teeth. Anyway, that's what I've got 8 of those. So now take the glue of your choice. I like using this one because it really grips. You've got some movability with it. And basically you're taking the front here and you're lifting one of the flaps up to your left. You could go the other way if you wanted to. And then you just slide that in, line it up, you see you've got some wiggle room with this glue, and then just press that down. And then you just work your way around, adding a little bit of glue. Oh, I must get a new pot of glue opened. I'm nearly in the end of that one. I can't complain, it's lasted me a week. That's that one stuck down. You can see you could stop there. You could do just use 3 of these. Once you've made this basic design, there's lots of different ways you can use it. And if you look at the demonstrations I'm doing with the peacocks, it'll give you an idea of all the different things you could do. And obviously you don't have to use the peacock design to do these techniques. You can use any square basically that you want, but this all works together with the Peacock toppers, so you can really make some nice peacock designs. So you can see I'm just building this up as I'm going around. A little bit more glue there in that flap. Depending on the project you're making, you just make as many of these squares that you want. And the good thing is you can cut these all out. When you sit watching TV, you can do the folding, and then you can leave the fun bit, like the assembly, to a following day. So again, I'm just putting a little bit of glue in there. And stick that down. You can see what it's doing. It's creating a kind of a cartwheel. And then that final one just goes there. Now we are going to stick them together, but I like to leave it a few minutes so it's all stuck and secure before I finish it off. So that's going to go in there. So when you get to that stage, I'll show you in a minute. It's going to be easier if I show you to finish it off. I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. Now I've left that to dry so it's all secure. So your last one is here. So you add some glue to the final one that you put on, the 8th fold there. And then you pull the original one to the top. It just flips over. That folds into there. You line it all up and then you stick it down. Let that stick properly, and then I'll show you what you can do next. Now you've also got a fold with various peacock toppers in various sizes. I've used 1/2 already, but basically you print it off. You've got a front and a back. As you can see, the beak here is on the left, and on this side it's a right. Now you can use a light source underneath to show through, so you know it's exactly over the top of each other. And again, I'm pretty confident when I printed those out they'll match up. So I just put a little bit of glue just to hold it in position while I'm cutting it, so it's not going to move around. Like that. Let that dry, and then you can cut it out. So when you cut it out, I've gone right up to the edge without leaving a white border. You've got the mirror image there. You can put those two together now. I can trim a little bit more white off if I want to. But then you've got the front and the back with hardly any of the white showing through. But you can also do it this way as well, where I've cut it around and I've left a white border. That means when you put it together, this is the simpler way. Even if the white doesn't match up because the back of the other one is white, you've got that which is like that. So that's the safer way of doing it. But if you cut out accurately enough, then you get it like that. Now we're going to create a mobile. So now I can assemble my Peacock mobile. I've got the main design here, and don't forget on both sides you get a different effect. It's still just as beautiful. So what we're going to do is stick the peacock body. You decide which size you want and which colour scheme. I've chosen this one for this one. Now you've got an option here of where you want to put this. You could put it slightly up in the middle, or with a point at the top, or you can swing it around and just press it down, and then try not to get the other one stuck to your hand as you're doing it. I think I'll do it this way. Let me get over the top so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm leaving enough space with the head popping out, and I've got the double-sided foam tape. You could just use glue if you wanted to, and that's going to go there. Then you turn it over, and then you marry the heads together. Don't worry about sticking them down just at the minute. You just need to hold it in position like that, I'm happy with that, and then you can press the body down on that side. Now you can leave it like that if you want to, but I'm going to have it so it hangs, and you can see you press those two together, and then that little white around gives you a little bit of leeway if they don't quite match when you cut it out. So now I'm going to stick the two heads together, but I'm also going to add a piece of cotton, which I've got. You could use ribbon or thread or gold or silver thread or rainbow thread. So the way I'm going to do this is I just hold the end like that together and make sure it is together there. Give it a little twist. Sometimes I just lick my fingers and just get that a little bit so they stick nicely together. That can be there ready, and then you take your glue. I've had this upside down so it should be flowing freely at the moment, and then you just put a little bit of glue where the head is, like that. Put that to one side. I'm going to line up the piece of cotton. You can wiggle it about. I say you've got some nice wiggle room here. So you just jiggle that until it feels like it's in the right position, which I think it is now. And then put that back. Let me just hold it in position, like so. Make sure the cotton is coming out where you want it to, like so. And then just put that to one side to dry. So the glue's dried on that now, and it's perfectly stable. So you've got the mobile hanging that way, or you've got that side as well, whichever you prefer. And I just want to show you this one too. This is a similar one that I've done, but I've left a white border going all the way around. And if you look at the other side again, you get that lovely matching effect there. It's different, but still just as nice. So whichever papers you use, whichever topper you use, your size as well, you can go up to an A3 right down to a little mini one. So that's the mobiles there. They look great. So you could decorate these up with flat back jewels any way you want. So it's up to you what you want to do with them. And this is what they look like when I blinged them up a little bit there. You can see I've put some flat back jewels on the back there and the front. And on this one I made my own glitter flat back jewels by doing a blob of glue, putting glitter on, let them dry overnight, and peel them off and stick them on. So that's both sides there. So you've got lots of options that you can decorate them with. Anyway, there's your peacocks.